Heyo everybody, Haku here, finally back to reviewing the One Piece anime. So I'm a week behind because I wasn't able to get the video out last week, so this week I'm doing a review for 793, which was last week's chapter, and also 794, which is this week's episode. Both of the episodes, you get what I mean. 793 last week's episode, and then 794 this week's episode. So yeah, 793 I don't have many notes, so that one may be kind of quick though. So yeah, let's just talk about what I thought of each of them. Really, I guess it's not really that much happened in 793. So first, starting off to talk about 793, at the very beginning, just seeing the recap really reminded me, I think they made a great choice, a great decision for the voice for Brûlé. I think Brûlé's voice is great. It matches her, and it's even better than what I expected it to be. So I'm looking forward to seeing more of Brûlé because of the voice. We get to see Germa Kingdom, and I love the way the Germa Kingdom just is, the way that it's built on top of ships that link together, so there's no actual real land that is the Germa homeland. It's the country itself is built upon the back of their ships, which just very interesting. So Reiju says that they haven't seen Sanji for 13 years, and Sanji's pretty much confirmed now to be a real prince. We get some introduction for Judge, which is Sanji's father. We see Luffy a little bit, still lost in the forest. Then we get the beginning of Sanji versus Judge, and a flashback of Sanji getting beat down by his siblings. So yeah, and that was it really. That was very quick. I thought it was a pretty good episode. I had no complaints at all. It kept me engaged because I was never really looking to see what time the episode was at, like, is this going to be over soon? So yeah, I was engaged with it, no complaints. I thought it was a good episode, really. I didn't think it was incredible, but I really enjoyed it all the way through, and since I enjoyed it all the way through, I'm willing enough to say that it was good enough that I'd give it 7 out of 10. 7 distasteful paintings, I believe is what Sanji called it, out of 10. So yeah, 7 out of 10 for 793. Now to talk about 794. So 794, I have a bit more that we can talk about. So starting at the beginning, one thing I noticed in the recap, for 793, it looked like Judge just had like black lines with the little black swirls upwards for his eyebrows, but it was actually colored in above that, like blonde, like the color of his hair afterward. So I might be wrong about 793 and I just didn't notice that, but it looked like they just colored that in for 794. I could be totally wrong, but yeah, it's possible I didn't notice that in 793, but I feel like they changed that in 794. Now I'm second guessing myself on that one. So continuing on their fight, he activates his rocket boots, which I guess is funny enough because I just think the technology's a little bit goofy, like rocket boots and bouncy moon boots and all that. But either way, we find out his epithet is Garuda Judge, or Judge the Garuda. And Sanji notes that he uses a similar fighting style to him, and he actually, once Sanji breaks out the Diable Jamba, he breaks out his, I guess it was the Denji crack or electromagnetic crack, or that could be the name of the move, but either way, Judge essentially uses what is an electric version of the Diable Jumble, which I think is really cool and interesting, the way they have similar styles except electricity rather than fire. So yeah, then Sanji has a really great scene where he's like talking to his younger self, says that he only has animosity towards Judge, and then Judge goes through the guy to try to attack Sanji, just so good, and well, successfully attacks Sanji and defeats him. Then Luffy, we get to see again, still lost in the woods, gets attacked by some trees in the ground. Then we see Pedro and Brook again, which I'm glad we stopped in with them for a little bit, and they're trying to sneak into Sweet City. They make it to Sweet City and see Jinbei is in the newspapers. Then Luffy finds the giant guy that we had seen before, or the gigantic guy, and pulls Randolph's weapon out of his head for him, and then sees a chopper, which is clearly from the behavior not the real chopper. So then Reiju tends to Sanji going back to the Germa, Judge explains that all of Germa's soldiers are willing to die for the royal family, and that he's joining forces with Big Mom in order to conquer the North Blue, which is his dream. But in order to do so, they had to do a marriage, because all of Big Mom's crew and allies are married into her crew, I guess. Yeah, so they're all family, technically. Hence the whole Big Mom thing. Then he's saying that he realized that Big Mom, even though he wants an alliance, she's pretty crazy and pretty not good, so he can't marry off one of his sons into her family. And then he remembered he has a failure son, so he just used Sanji for that. Sanji's pretty much just a sacrifice. Then Reiju puts slave collars on Sanji's wrists, and we know they brought back up how if a slave runs away, the collar explodes, and then bam, no more head for the slave. So now they're trapped on Sanji's wrist, so if he tries to run away or do anything sketchy with the wedding, they're going to blow his hands off. And Big Mom has the key to the collars around his wrists. Then we cut away from that back to Luffy. We see that the chopper runs away. Luffy chases after it, and then we see similar versions of obviously not real them for Nami, Carrot, Pudding, and Sanji. Then at the very end we see some Sanji flashbacks with Zeph, and it was really good. I really enjoyed the pacing of this. I love when we bounce around and get to see different groups. Not only did we see Luffy and Brook and Pedro and Sanji, but we got to jump back and forth a couple times between them, which I think makes it feel better paced. And I thought all of it was good. I thought all the stuff we saw with Luffy was good. Everything we saw with the Germa and Sanji was good. Everything we saw with Brook and Pedro was good. So yeah, these two episodes really, going into them, I was like, they're going to be normal One Piece episodes. They're going to be good. They're going to be One Piece. But they're just going to be One Piece. I've seen One Piece for years and years and years. But this actually got me excited for the coming episodes. And of course I read the manga as well, but this has gotten me really excited in watching the show because it was just good. It was a good set of 2 episodes, and this I thought was even better than 793. I struggled with whether I wanted to give it an 8 or an 8.5. I felt like 8.5 was a little bit too high, so I think I'm going to go 8.25 on this one. Going to go for the 8.25. 8.25 wedding sacrifices out of 10. Because, yeah, I thought it was good. I thought it was a good set of 2 episodes. I'm pretty excited for One Piece right now, both the manga and the anime, really. So yeah, that's it this week. Thank you so much for watching. Like if you did like the video, comment down there too. Tell me what you thought of this week's, both of these episodes, last week's and this week's, and what you thought of my thoughts of them and all that. I suppose subscribe if you want for more One Piece, both anime and manga. Follow on Twitter if you want. I can try to keep you updated there and stuff for the channel. Of course, subscribe as well for much more than just One Piece. Much, much more. And, yeah, if you want to as well, we do have a Discord, so if you want a link to that, just ask in the comments. I can give you a link to that as well. So yeah, that's it. Thank you once again for watching, and I'll see you all next time.